Thank you.
I don't want to get too far into this without saying a huge congratulations to you for your first Texas number one. The hit is called Right Now Kinda Girl. Tell us about the song and how this one came to be.
Yeah, so the song is called Right Now Kind of Girl. I actually did not write this song, even though when I heard it, I was like, man, why didn't I write that song? Like it's just it's me. I'm a right here, right now kind of girl. I want things to happen right now. I'm super impatient. I don't like losing. I'm very competitive. But when Lynn showed me the song that him and Ryan Rasher wrote, they wrote it a couple of years ago, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's it. Like I got to have that song. I got to record it. It's got to be my release back to radio because I took a couple years off from releasing music to radio. So I fell in love with the song. So I love it, and it was a hit. Obviously, number one in Texas, my first ever number one. But we also I've got a radio promoter in Texas, Dylan Steen. He's amazing. But I
Jesus.
also have my promoters that are in Nashville. So I've got Lynn and Regina with PCL Music, and so they have push the song to mainstream. So it's been on Music Row. It was I think it got up to like number 31 on Music Row. We were number one on CDX True Indie 2 weeks in a row, and it kept climbing. It was great. It was so
Man,
great.
how humbling is it to sit back and, or even do you first of all, do you even have time to sit back and look at what's happening to you and just be like, man,
I really don't until I get on certain interviews and people will say things and I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember that, or yeah, that's cool. Like it's really kind of it's been kind of a whirlwind the last probably year or so how quickly things have happened. So
because man,
it's
it's
going
got to be
amazing.
humbling to see your name on those charts with some of those heavyweights,
Yes.
man. Like,
Oh
wow.
yeah, yeah. I like when I and even like the Music Row chart and like the mainstream side of things, that was amazing. But just the feeling of having that number one in Texas and accomplishing that, it was a day full of just crying, happy tears, and just excited. But then I was like, okay, so that happened. Now what? Like,
Hmm.
what's next? What are we gonna do next? So we've got a plan for like the next several songs be coming out. I'm excited. Like I have a fire that's I mean, I've always had a fire for music and I've always been a go-getter and I've always been a hard worker, but now it's like 100 times that with how I see things and how I'm doing things, and I'm ready for the next thing to be able to come out. So it's going great.
And it's a huge thing, and I mean, I don't even. It's hard for me to fathom what that could be like because it's happening so fast, and